now we're recording. So tell me about what we did here this winter.
We, what did we do? Oh yeah. We had Chris, who's my friend, we had Chris over, and we went sledding over that hill.
Yeah.
Steady.
Well, actually what I'm, you know what, go ahead, then I want you to also point out how we cut through the mountain. Okay, go ahead. So we
went sledding, there's a hill over there, and we went sledding behind the trees.
Well, now everybody's seen that on the camera because we took some footage of that, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, and there, me and Chris went sledding over there too.
On that hill too, yeah.
And we cut down those trees over there so we could see Mount Manana.
Wait a second. He's saying that all of that over there was full of trees, and now it's not, right? Hi, Catherine. And we cut that down in September?
Yeah.
And what's that thing we can see over the top of the trees now?
Mount Manana.
Wait. Oh no, we can both do it. You mean that is Mount Monadnock up there?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Me and Dad went up there.
Yeah, we climbed there too last fall, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we have, let me walk over here to the edge. In other words, we cleaned that whole, Catherine, put your hand down. We cleaned that whole, what do you call it, side hill? No? Okay. Now if we tell me what we did over there in the corner. Well, we won't be...
We planted spruce trees.
Well, there's an apple tree in the front, right? And behind
those are spruce trees.
Yeah, and we planted those on Earth Day, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're looking this way, right? Still don't know what that tree is over there, do we? No. All right, so this is, there we are. That's again that place where we cleared those trees. That's where we got all the wood that's by the barn, right? Okay. And then, okay, Michael, I'm in the camera now. I'm beginning to see the white pine trees with the limbs cut off. So explain to people what we did here.
We had cleared some trees and we had cut those limbs off.
Yeah. Yeah, we went originally when we bought this last summer. The underbrush was right up to the maples, wasn't it? Yeah. And so what did we? People were here and they cut the trees down all the way through. Yeah, kind of like a big semicircle, isn't it? Yeah. What's that pile over there?
Pile of wood.
Yeah, a little pile. Right? Yeah. So that we made this big semicircle. Oh, now, you know what I'm doing now?
What?
I'm taking a shot down toward the south meadow, all those maple trees. You know how we can see the row of maples? Last fall when we bought it, there was about 20 feet of underbrush in front of them, wasn't there? Now we can Huh? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Okay.
Well, I'm going to show you the screen and porch with all the new screens and stuff.
Oh, we fixed the screen in porch this weekend, didn't we? Show it to me.
Well, this weekend we fixed the screen in porch.
Yeah.
We put little patches places. And here, these first three over here were really different, so that put all new screens in.
Yeah. And then anything else special we found? What about the birds?
Oh yeah, then there's a nest of birds right over there. Yeah, and if you look closely, you can see them. They're alive.
Well, better they should be that way.
Mom, Dad, get over here and get a shot of them.
Okay. Okay, Michael. Okay, now let's go around toward, actually, you know what we should do now? Let's go show Grandpa and Grandma's our gardens. Okay? Okay, Michael, I'm going to sort of tip the camera this way and you tell me what I'm going to see when I get underneath the tree over there. There's the lilacs, of course. And then there's, uh-oh, now I start seeing those fences. What's that fence over there?
Well, we're supposed to be going to.
Yeah, well, that's the garden, isn't it? Should we go look at it?
You can see two boxes.
Oh. Oh, well, let's go look at it. So here's Michael and Catherine again, and we see this patch of plowed ground where we've got what planted, guys?
Corn. Tomatoes. Watermelon.
Cucumbers.
Cucumber.
Squash, pumpkins, things?
Yeah, stuff like
Okay.
that.
And
Squash, pumpkin, all that.
and now it's a pretty big plot of ground, isn't it? Yeah? That we just had it carved out of the meadow here.
Where?
Now show me guys, go over there and show me, run around to your raised gardens over there.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and then tell me what you did.
You have to follow me.
I will. There it is, Michael. Whoop. Pinches the foot, doesn't it?
These are our gardens.
Yeah, which is that yours, the first one? What have you got in it?
Where one is mine?
What have you got in it? It's okay, walk over there. It's alright. It only hurts for a little while. If you're wearing shoes, it wouldn't hurt at all.
We've got lettuce.
Yeah? Is that the lettuce we've been eating? Okay, well look at the camera when you talk about it.
Yeah, we have lettuce.
Yeah?
This is all lettuce. Those are Brussels sprouts and those are squash and spinach.
Yeah? What else?
Here we have some more lettuce, but this one, the reason this kind looks different, because this is regular lettuce and this is mixed lettuce. We have my beets.
Yeah?
We have a pea plant, some peas,
Yeah?
and over here we have Catherine's garden. She's going to explain it. Because
Okay, Catherine, go show me yours. Now yours is the other one? Catherine?
Yeah.
Okay, well stand, look at the camera, and tell me what you have in your garden.
well, I have some,
Look at the camera.
peas, which are right. You have beans. I have peas, remember? And I have beans. I have beans. These are beans. These are carrots right here.
Carrots? How do you know they're carrots?
His mom said. And here's spinach.
Yeah.
Here's some more spinach, I think. And then right here is lettuce.
Okay. Michael, would you
Just regular lettuce.
Michael, would you move out of the way, please?
Regular lettuce, and then lettuce.
Okay, what's in those round barrels?
I'm not really sure.
Cucumbers?
Carrots.
Carrots?
Actually, not carrots. I mean, cucumbers and squash. And, that's where our pumpkins are.
Oh, are there pumpkins in there too?
Pumpkins do fall off.
Oh. Well, it's a pretty nice garden for the first try, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You know what
Let's go to the house.
the other thing we haven't shown, particularly Grandpa and Grandma Pecornia, because they haven't been here for a long time, they have not seen the wood pile. Should we show them the wood pile?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is the garden, and it's in the sunny spot, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what, Michael?
What?
Before I go up there, I'm going to show them where the pond's going to be. So, okay, will you stand in the shade? All right. So if we do this again and go all the way back here. All right. Someplace over there you see a pile of dirt. That's our test hole for our pond. Right next to that pile of dirt out there, about 100 feet away, trust me, is a 8-foot hole in the ground full of water. So we'll see how long the water sits in there. Like been about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, the meadow will be mowed. And the grass won't be quite as high. Anyway, it's a good view though of how that whole, all those trees that were cut down there again in front of those maples. Alright, now we're going to walk over to the barn. Whoop, and see what our woodpile looks like. Resting now that you did a tour of the garden? Michael? What are you doing? Eating? What are you eating? Do you have any bug bites today?
No, the black flies are zooming.
On you again? You got a bunch of black fly bites on your neck, don't you? Yeah. Oh well. Kind of what happens in the summer. You each have your own box? While you're sitting there, you want to tell everybody what's next to you over here? Hey guys, what's over there? Oh, those are our blackberries, that's right. Someplace in there is the hole in the ground that Grandpa Globig tried to catch the whatever it was with his box, remember? His trap? We didn't get it though, did he? Well, what's that post sticking up there against the corners? That's the tree Michael cut down, which is going to be... Yeah, that one, I think on the 4th of July, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put that in the ground and make it a flagpole.
That one?
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? No, this one.
But I cut another one down.
I know you cut another one, but this one's taller and straighter.
Yes?
Yeah, I think so. All right, let's go look at our wood pile, okay? Okay. Well, as we can see, here's the barn.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Michael. But what's interesting now is look what we find east of the barn. Isn't that a big pile of wood? That's all the wood that we sawed down this winter in the forest. And there is Margaret painting a straw mat carpet type thing that I guess is going to go in the screened-in porch. It's got a air compressor type sprayer. Anyway, back in behind there you see our pile of dirt and our compost pile box. Great picture of the spray painter there. Anyway, it gets a pretty good idea of the wood pile and the size of the wood pile and the amount of the wood pile. Somebody said there's probably about 8 or 9, 10 cords of wood in there, so that should keep us warm for a couple winters. Hey Michael.
What?
Shall we go show the grandpa and grandmas what's in the barn?
Yeah.
All right, you lead the way. I don't know that we can do this, but we'll find out. Having a lot of fun? Here, wait. Let me get a close-up of you on the film here, just so everyone can see what a happy paint.
Thing when it works, and it's not working.
Ah, an unhappy painter.
I have about a quarter left.
Okay, well, let's try to get done. Okay?
What?
We'll get done soon, won't we?
Nice.
All right. Whoa, we almost missed our apple tree with our swings on it. Okay. Wood, yes, we saw that. All right, let's go back in. Uh-oh, what have we got here, guys? A tractor and a boat. Ugh.
And 4 bikes, and mine is over
And 4
there.
bikes. There's a boat. Okay, pretend we were in the water. Okay, there's a boat. Right, all right. Now this boat, this boat is about, what, 10 feet long? It's 10 feet long and about, what, 4 or 5 feet wide? Made out of plastic. A little motor. Aha. And what's behind the boat? A tractor. Okay.
Michael, move. I'm going to do like that.
This is not the greatest shot of this tractor, but it does work, I guess. Not sure it's going to get outside today, so this is probably as good as we're going to get it. You want to point out how the tractor works, Michael?
Sure. I'll be glad.
Okay. Oh, you're going to get up it. Okay.
He said for me to.
Don't
I'm
fight.
going to show him a different pilot.
Okay. Can you get up there?
Well, me and Michael, I think Michael... Here are the brakes.
Yeah.
These 2 things are the brakes, and you can twist them up.
Uh-huh.
This is the acceleration, this is the gear shift, this is the starter.
Terrible picture.
And there's something over there, where I don't know what that is. It's the battery. And then there's the engine in there, and there's the steering wheel here. I don't know what that is.
All right. I think that's enough of the tractor.
No. This is where me and Michael stand
When we
to sometime.
when we drive the tractor.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Say goodbye to the camera.
Bye, camera.
Thought we were done here, but except Michael and Catherine reminded me that there's one other thing we need to take a photograph of, which is a snake they caught this morning, and we're not sure what kind of a snake it is. Huh? Is it still in the bucket? Is it eating all the grass you threw in it? Yeah, it might jump out. What kind of a snake do we think it is?
Garter. It's definitely a garter.
Definitely a garter. How do you know that, Catherine?
Michael says. Wait, it's not definitely a garter, but I'm 90% sure.
Pretty, yeah. It's most likely a garter snake. Right?
Basically, no.
I don't think we're going to go get his picture.
Why?
You know, well, because this is about as good as we're going to get, okay?
No.
Yeah. All right. The last thing, I guess, is the front of the, well, front, back, whatever, of the house, which Margaret spent a lot of time on already in the last couple of weeks, replanting, putting in different kind of beds, flower beds. There, actually, under the tree, you see the corner of the house that we replaced this winter. That last corner of porch there used to be a set of steps coming out, and it was rotten, so we just replaced it and actually closed it off so that we made more of a porch, which is self-closed, so that you don't have a sense that you're in a hallway with stairs all around. Anyway, that's about it. So it's a little different from when you were here in the fall. And there's our painter again. Alright, so much for New Hampshire. Well, after I took the last bunch of shots, I went in the house and looked at them and realized that this might be something worth doing, which is to go down into the woods where we cut and give you a sense of how it looks in terms of how we opened it up. All of this, when we bought it last fall, was just totally overgrown with underbrush. And as I said earlier, we essentially just took like a semicircle and just cleared it out and kept the white pines that were inside the semicircle and trimmed them out. And so this is what it looks like, how much more spacious it looks to look back up at the house through this cleared out area. At some point Margaret's going to plant this with certain kinds of, I don't know, vegetation that will grow inside the trees here, and is going to put in a path through the trees, which will be kind of nice. Then in the winter, once we get it cleared out, we'll actually be able to ski through here. Sort of drop off the back porch of the house and ski down the hill. Anyway, makes it feel a lot more open than it was when we got it when it was just filled with underbrush. The things we're going to do this summer is make a lot of wood piles, stacks of these branches that are still laying on the ground that were cut down, and use them as bonfires in the winter once there's snow on the ground again. Okay, one last view here before we do finally close it down.